The first Christian Democratic Union Party Congress, the first day, that was just an absolute joke. They want to impose a social media ban on us. They want to digitize this country, but it never occurred to them beforehand that maybe with over 1,000 delegates, they should provide internet access, which goes beyond a simple Fritzbox since there are so many overlaps. That's what this video is about, and above all, why Friedrich was re-elected and why that was an absolute farce. Why many politicians suddenly thought that way after the whole internet disaster that happened. Now punishing the Chancellor would definitely be the wrong signal, even to the voters. It's just a joke.
We are a proper party. Oliver Friedrich, I have to formally ask you, do you accept the election?
Yes, we are a proper party. By the way, today it's also about the social media ban, among other things. They're so proper that Friedrich, of course, immediately accepted because of his hunger for power. He didn't think about it at all, and he even admitted yesterday that he should have told the voters after the campaign. That takes just a little bit longer. How long? He didn't comment on that. In any case, he immediately made a declaration of war. Oh no, that wasn't him at all. That was the head of the Young Union who said that Bärbel Bass would really destroy this country with her absurd demands. He didn't respond to that anymore, but he believes that he has now been re-elected. So now everything can go back to normal, because he also beat Markus Söder within the party. That was the right signal to everyone, and I'm telling you now, it's about to get really funny.
That's exactly what was needed now.
Yes, that was the signal we had hoped for and to some extent expected, because it was a very clear, very strong speech.
You could tell the Chancellor was at peace with himself, yes.
Yes, exactly. The Chancellor is at peace with himself. While this whole country is going down the drain and now even the economic union is demanding that civil servants can be fired, the Chancellor is at peace with himself. He is at peace with himself and thinks that things will get better eventually. As I said, the only thing he really took to heart was the statement. I have to repeat it again. That one. The only criticism he accepted was simply that he acted too slowly, nothing more. No, he didn't inform people that all these reforms would take much, much longer and wouldn't work this year either. Because next year, Lower Saxony and North Rhine-Westphalia will have their elections. And it's absolutely impossible to implement reforms by then that could potentially cause voters to turn away. We saw with Schrödinger that this just doesn't work at all.
He was ready to take unpleasant steps, and he outlined the situation as it is. He said our initial measures are working, and now the second stage needs to be launched.
By the way, that's also the signal our small and medium-sized businesses have been waiting for.
I'd just like to quickly ask, where were they launched in Ukraine? Well, something gets launched there every day. People who, I don't know if you might have missed it, but the economy is on the verge of a knockout. She keeps saying that over and over again. The economy said it again just a day before the party congress took place. Friedrich Merz can't do it. He's not capable of reducing this economy. Where do they even live? Definitely not in Germany. But let me take a look outside. Yeah, no, so I definitely don't see that anything has been set off out there. That people are walking around with such a grin right now because they have hope, really just hope that things could get better. Of course, though, it's different with many Christian Democratic Union companies. They get tons of tax money, just like the NGOs, especially from the Social Democratic Party, who I would say are really at the core of this federal government. And of course, a lot can take off there. I don't want to deny that.
But if you now refer to the new poll numbers, which certainly changed quickly, but the current ones, a large part of the population now says they no longer really see this economic competence in the Chancellor.
The measures we have started need to take effect, such as the depreciation options.
The year before last, it was said that politics needed to be explained better. Now it's said that the measures just need to take effect first. So you can see the improvement in the documents, like from Ms. Reicher, just like the gas is empty now. Well, that's another topic. Maybe another video about it this afternoon or tonight, but again, everything just needs to take effect first. You can already see it, but you can't really grasp it yet because it's not there yet. Well, I learned this as a child. I don't know about you. But my grandparents always told me, don't build castles in the air that might collapse someday. By the way, my whole family said that. I don't know, do you know that saying too? I think they're building the most amazing castles in the air and just patting each other on the back. But today it's going to be extremely exciting because today it's once again about the social media ban, which affects a lot of people here. Which, by the way, in the polls, and I really have to say this, could be extremely severe setbacks for the Christian Democratic Union.
But what's crucial is that with the Chancellor, we actually have our #1 promoter of the economy, especially when he is dealing with foreign policy.
He ensures that Europe is united again.
Yeah, Europe, they're really united, like really. Orban is now accusing Ukraine, saying they should reopen the gas pipelines because by not doing so, they're destroying the Orban government. And by the way, Orban is also accusing Germany and the European Union at the same time, saying that this pipeline is legally binding, that they're still allowed to get gas, and that it urgently needs to be reopened. And Italy, yes, Italy and France, they're also making a big fuss. This list is so long, I could go on and on with it. But let's take a quick look at Italy, because Macron, Sunglasses Macron has also made a statement about it. And please, if you claim that Macron's former teacher, his current wife, was never a man. And you shouldn't write that anywhere either, because otherwise the courts will come after you and sue you badly. This woman has a serious problem with many people.
There is a fierce dispute between France's President Macron and Italy's Prime Minister Meloni. Macron is indirectly accusing the politician from Italy of interfering in national affairs where she is not wanted.
Yes, Mr. Foreign Chancellor, how does it actually feel when you get so thoroughly taken apart and destroyed right on the day after the party congress? Yes, so we are allowed to pay the debts for France, but heaven forbid we interfere in their internal affairs. That has nothing to do with Europe anymore, that's just about France. Here, I'll tell you this, I'll keep watching the party congress for you right now. And I'm telling you, yesterday I was so completely exhausted that I just lay down and went to sleep right away. I couldn't do anything anymore. That's my youngest son. He wanted to change the channel yesterday because I didn't see the vote. He always loves to do that, and then he scratches me here, and then I fall asleep right away. That's why I couldn't make another video yesterday. But I wish you a wonderful Saturday today, and feel free to write me a comment below. Were you able to laugh with so much, let's say, with so much mental adjustment, attention?